What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel, and match coverage is about the worst it has ever been in Madden history, which is a huge letdown for me. As you guys know, I am a major proponent of match coverage: quarters, palms, cover 6, cover 9, cover 6 invert, cover 6 trap. You guys get it. Those are all my favorite coverages in the game because if you know when to use them at the right time, you can lock down pretty much anything that is thrown your way, even by higher level players. But unfortunately, match is in a state that it is just not possible to use. And in particular, we're going to break down the two biggest things that I think EA needs to fix in order for match coverage to make its way back into our lives. Now, don't worry, I have you guys covered. Now, I've been playing Madden for 15 years. I've always been a defensive mind, and match has only been really in the game in the way that we expect it to be since roughly Madden 19 or 20. So for the majority of my career, I've been playing Madden with the blitz approach, zone blitzes, and timely adjustments. And in fact, I just dropped one of my best defensive projects to date over on my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg, reintroducing the nickel triple. This was a defense that was arguably the best defense in the game back in Madden 22 pre-Escape Artist. Now, if you think about what Madden 24 is, it is a mobile quarterback Madden. It is a mobile quarterback Madden, but there's not an X factor, or back then it was a passive ability to save them. So I would really like you guys to go check it out. It's chock full of A gaps, B gaps, double pressures, guaranteed pressures, run defense, and coverage setups and videos dedicated to individual offensive metas such as bunch tight end, trips tight end, tight, and other offensive alignments that a lot of players typically struggle with. So go check it out. It's part of everything included on the website for $9.95. That includes Goose's U-trips, my Chicago Bears defense as well, and over 30 videos and counting in the vault. And I'm working on my offensive game plan, which hopefully, fingers crossed, will be out this week as well. So we've got you more than covered just 2 weeks into the game, and we'll keep you guys on top of the meta all year long. Now let's talk about match coverage. There are two things that I think are really, really big that EA has to figure out with match coverage. And the first one is quarter flats. Quarter flats are terrible in this year's game. Now, if you guys don't quite understand what quarter flats do, a lot of players think they're just designed to stay out there in the flat, but the truth is offensive alignment dictates the rules of quarter flats. And I'm going to show you two different coverages where this is very, very important. So take, for instance, a bunch alignment. This is what we would consider a 3-by-1. Whenever you have a 3-by-1, the side with the 1 has a quarter flat that's responsible for essentially manning up the running back. If I were to show you how this works, what a lot of players will do is they will clear out the sideline and then they will put this running back on a wheel. And there's nothing wrong with this. The problem is quarter flats in Madden, if they're matching a vertical threat, will only take them to 20 yards. So notice that I've strategically placed the ball on the 20-yard line. I want you to watch Cameron Curl on this play and how he stops guarding his running back when his running back reaches the 40-yard line. So I'm going to snap the ball. So he matches him. Oh, running back out of the backfield. Let me match him. 40-yard line. Okay, I'm done. And then he returns back to the middle of the field, allowing us to throw the easiest of one-play touchdowns. Now, again, I typically teach all of these coverage rules, and we would want that quarter flat to stay on that wheel route because there's no reason he should leave that wheel route in the dust. But that's not the only issue with quarter flats, and that's not the only coverage that utilizes quarter flats in a matching fashion. Let me take you into another coverage that would do a very similar thing against a similar alignment. Let's run cover 4 palms. Cover 4 palms is a variation of quarters defense in which we basically lock up the outside receiver man-to-man with the outside corner. And because of this, this asks the quarter flat that's on the trip side to get into the action if the middle receiver flies vertical, because the safety that is on the trip side has to take the tight end vertical. So if we get this spread 3-by-1, not only will we have a situation where we could actually end up with the running back wheel on the backside being wide open for a touchdown, but I'm going to show you a way in which there are going to be 2 one-play touchdowns on this play. Let me spy off the rush so you can see this, in which I just send the middle receiver vertical and let him run down the field. So watch this. Snap the ball. You're going to see vertical carry by the quarter flat on the right. Nope, I'm done. Vertical carry by the quarter flat on the left. Nope, he's done. And you see both Y and right bumper are unaccounted for, and they should have been matched on this play. And that's just quarter flats. that doesn't begin to address the issues that exist in this game with outside quarters as it pertains matching certain formations such as trips tight end. This is a formation where if you honestly call trips against match, you can have one-play touchdowns all over the field. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually just show you that if you put the tight end on a streak and you put the running back on a wheel route out of the backfield, what ends up occurring on this play, at least from what I can tell, is that the outside corner knows that the running back is going to release outside of the tight end and go vertical. So for some reason, he thinks, I'm going to take this because he's now the outside receiver in this route combo going vertical. So you'll see right here, he's like, oh yeah, that's my guy. And then he just leaves the tight end wide open, in which case we could throw a streak down the sideline for a one-play score. The truth is, on this particular play, what we should end up with is someone on the right side matching the tight end. Now, depending on the coverage call, if it's quarters, typically the safety that is on the right side has to cheat over towards the trip side, because this would end up with basically the inside quarter on the trip side playing the middle and this safety playing relative to this guy. That is at least how we have typically seen it in the past, and I haven't heard anybody complain about that logic until this year, where this guy won't take a tight end if he goes vertical. Because again, all you need is the running back releasing on any route. I'm going to show you this one. This is a corner route, table route combo, and we're going to see the exact same logic breakdown. Running back releases out to the flat, and the outside quarter has, for some reason, the idea that he needs to match him. So it's not just the fact that it's a wheel route, it's any running back route that releases to the flat makes an outside quarter bite down. Now, as you can imagine, this screws up our way to play match coverage all across the game, because it's not as simple as somebody coming out in trips tight end and me thinking, oh, hey, I'm gonna just not call match coverage in this particular play. Let me give you an example of where somewhere I would want to call quarters. So let's say that my opponent is calling gun doubles. I got no issues with this particular play. If my opponent decides that they want to run, vertical, and then maybe some sort of, drag from the backside, meshing combo, whatever it is, we can deal with this in match quarters because there's not going to be any buggy breakdowns. Again, we'll snap the ball here. You're going to see that in general, the match is okay. Quarter flat is a little bit late to the right flat, but in terms of the vertical matching component of this, we're totally fine. But what happens if somebody playing in this same doubles offense motions their wide receiver across? All of a sudden, we're right back in trips alignment, and we have to be aware of this happening. So it's not as easy as saying, well, Zan, just be aware of trips tight end, or hey, Zan, be aware of solo check on a running back wheel, or hey, Zan, be aware of trips special check, just don't call palms against trips. The truth is, football is about alignment and assignment, and all of these coverages have a litany of bugs associated with them that make this defense one that there are a lot of players that are big fans of it in Madden unrunnable. So this video hopefully will explain to some of you that have been trying to run this why this is super buggy, so you can try to patch it on your own within the gameplay. But I also hope that this video reaches out to EA, because you guys used to have it pretty good in the past. Now, of course, match is always rules-based. Madden in general is rules-based. If you can figure out the way it's coded, you can break it. But it's never been this easy, and it shouldn't be this easy. And I know there's a lot of us, and I speak for a lot of us, that would really like to see this back in working fashion, because this will make all those efforts to put cover 6 and cover 9 into a lot of the nickel sets that were lacking. We all appreciate you guys listening to that, but we can't run it because the coverage is broken. And I would like to get a match game plan out in the future, or just at least start using it in the right situations, because it is the ultimate chess match when you play somebody who has no idea how match works and you do. It's a huge skill gap or knowledge gap, depending on how you look at it in this game. So I hope that this video helps some of you out. I hope that it reaches EA. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.